the hotline to Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. The man that's on the phone knows everything about everybody, Malcolm Boyce. He's with us today again, and we've got a list of things to ask him. Because, you know, I don't want you to think I just pop up with these names, because, you know, you tell us the latest on people like Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando, yes, he was just in town. He flew in from Tahiti. And he was out having dinner with Mike Wallace of 60 Minutes, and everybody thought that Mike Wallace was in town, of course, because of the Dan Rather lawsuit. But in fact, they were discussing the possibility of shooting some exclusive footage on the Tahitian hideaway. And they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
First, Marlon Brando's going to he's going to actually do it himself. It's going to be Mike Wallace interviewing Brando on the Tahitian hideaway, which has never been done before.
Mm-hmm. But Brando's going to produce it?
Brando's probably going to
cutting or the editing.
He'd probably have a say over what leaves the island. You got to remember, he's a law unto himself. Then.
That's true. You're on an island. You know, he doesn't like it. You just don't leave.
Beat you to death with coconuts if he doesn't know what you're doing.
Johnny Carson had an accident.
Yeah, poor old Johnny. He's going to have to drive his DeLorean now, I think. He was driving back from his show the other night in his Mercedes, and the guy apparently hit him head-on on the coast highway, but he was okay. He did his show the following night. He's okay, but the car was almost totaled, I'm told.
Well, he's been having a run of luck with the media lately, and just getting himself in the news with things like this, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. I mean, I think he could probably have lived without this. In fact, I think the car was very secretly towed away. It was only a very observant person who called me up and said, hang on a sec, I think I just saw Johnny's car.
Jeez.
So,
well, we got something on Britt Eklund.
Britt is, believe it or not, getting married to Slim Jim Phantom, the drummer of the Stray Cats, 21 years old. And Britt, of course, is just had her 40th birthday. They're getting married in September, I'm told, but they're trying to keep it very quiet, so we can let everybody know.
Go for it.
Her daughter, of course, is 18. Victoria Sellers, who she had from Peter Sellers, is 18. So, I mean, the fact that she's marrying
18 and she's marrying a
21-year-old guy, so...
Like I said, go for it. What the heck? And then Tom Wopat apparently is appearing in Hustler or something here.
It's, what can we say, you know, I mean... You mean he didn't tell you?
Just kidding.
Come on, be nice.
Okay.
No. Jackie Onassis, this is the best one.
Well, yeah, this is an interesting story. It keeps going around and around. Lorimar is after Jackie Onassis to do a Barbara Walters-type interview show. And everybody keeps denying it, but I'm told it is very likely to happen. Apparently, Jackie Onassis has not said no. She's very keen on doing it, but Lorimar keeps saying no truth to it at all. Jackie Onassis' office keeps saying no truth to it. But the rumors keep going around, and I've got a source very close to the situation who says it's true. So let's wait and see. I mean, it would have to be an incredibly high-rated show, at least at first, and maybe they'll find out she's no good at the job, but people are going to turn on to see Jackie Onassis interview people.
But why would she do that?
Well,
she doesn't need the money, does she?
I'm told she's very well, she doesn't need the money, but she works for a New York publisher as it is.
She works for Doubleday, right?
Yeah, Doubleday at the moment.
Makes $400 a week or something.
I mean, what do? You must sit around all day and paint your nails. You know, she's a very bright lady. This would be an interesting job.
Do you remember the first Family album that they did when the Kennedys were in the White House? And they did the takeoff on Jackie Kennedy doing the tour of the White House with Charles Collingwood, the CBS correspondent. And she had that very soft voice, and it came to mind today, and we were going over all this. When was the last time you heard Jackie Onassis speak?
Not for a long time.
I'll bet you people in their 20s don't even know what she sounds like. And yet here's one of the most well-known figures around. The most
photographed women in the world, too. I mean, usually you see Jackie Onassis in still pictures these days. It's paparazzi shot.
But you never hear her talk.
Right. No, I think about 6 or 8 months down the road this is going to happen. No matter who denies it, you know, I mean, it keeps being denied, and they protest too much, I think.
Wonder if she'll have any trouble getting guests. What do you think?
Oh, can you imagine sort of being invited on the Jackie O show and
Jackie O show from Hollywood.
Sorry, it's Jackie O. Maybe
Ted hear about that.
Try and talk her into it.
Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow's just signed along with Simon Ward to do Supergirl, this female version of Superman, in London. Now they've already got Peter O'Toole in there, so I mean this is turning into a really amazing movie. They're going to start doing Supergirl 2 and Supergirl 3. There's also going to be a Superman 4, despite what Chris Reeve keeps saying. He will come back and do another Superman, I'm told.
It's already been signed, or pretty well worked out?
Yeah, it's all been worked out. It's just a matter of, you know, announcing it publicly, but I'm told it will definitely happen.
And everybody says that he kind of would like to do more than just be Superman.
But it was like we were talking about with Arnold Schwarzenegger the other day.
Yeah, right.
You know, I mean, what do you do when somebody keeps offering you more and more money to do something? You know, you can go off and do summer stock if you want to expand your horizons, but it's hard to turn down that
The guy
money.
has got to be worth millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Absolutely, but everybody loves those movies.
Yeah.
You know, if they didn't turn out to see the movies, there'd be no point in doing sequels. I mean, that's...
You got anything coming up in people that we can look for?
I'm doing the Us Festival this weekend, which will be in a week on Monday, be on the one that's on the stands then. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. And
Mob scene.
A mob scene, then we're doing something else on the Bond movie that's coming out. I can't say too much on that, but there's going to be an interesting story.
Which one? There are two of them.
On all the Bond people who've been in all the Bond movies through the years.
All right. It's always good to see you, Malcolm.
Good to see
see you next week.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Terrific.
And Randy, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We'll look for you and The Man with Two Brains.
Great.
And we're going to be back with comedian Tom Dreesen.